and very welcome to my channel. My name is Elin and I talk about books and book-related stuff. And today I will talk about 10 Blind Dates written by Ashley Elston. And I would not have picked this book up if it wasn't for my job. Yes, I had to read this book for my job, and when I had read it, I thought it would be a good book to talk about for Vlogmas. Because this is a very Christmassy book, in many ways. So I will read from the back first, and it says, Sophie wants just one thing for Christmas, a little time with her boyfriend Griffin. But Griffin wants a little time out from their relationship. Heartbroken, Sophie flees to her grandparents' house, where the rest of her big, boisterous family is gathered for the holiday. That's when her nonna devises a not so brilliant plan. Over the next 10 days, different family members will set Sophie up on 10 blind dates. When Griffin turns up unexpectedly begging for a second chance, Sophie feels more confused than ever. Because maybe, just maybe, she's started to have feelings for someone else. Someone who is definitely not available. So, this is a book that I would categorize as a romantic comedy. It has the dates that she goes on are kind of nothing you would expect them to be, I guess. At least not I would have expected them to be like that. And they are more or less successful, to say the least. And I would definitely not have picked up this book if it wasn't for work, as I said, and I know very well why. I don't really read a lot of romance, especially if it's just plain white hetero romance, because I tend to find it a little bit boring, and I must say that for this book, even though it did make me laugh at times, it wasn't as funny as I would have expected of a book like this, or maybe I would have expected it to be not as funny, because it is very predictable. But I can see people liking this kind of books. I can see why people enjoy it, because it's very entertaining. You don't really have to think a lot, and you kind of know what you get in many ways. So, would I have read this again? Absolutely not. It's not a book for me. Would I have read anything else by this author at some point? Probably not, especially if it's not something more diverse. This is very white, hetero cis in many ways, and there's just in general a lack of diversity as far as I could see in this book. And that's another discussion by itself, the lack of diversity in books, especially young adult contemporary literature. It has gotten better, mind you, but I still, at least in Norway, we have a long way to go. There is a huge lack in Norway, and I'm saying this because 10 Blind Dates is one of the books that has been translated into Norwegian. There's a lot of books that are originally written in English and they are not translated into Norwegian, and there's a lot of books that I think it's in my opinion they should be translated into Norwegian, and I am hoping for them to be. I could make probably a video on videos. I hope we'll get it translated into Norwegian at some point, but I'm not kind of hoping for too much, because I know from experience that there's very little are translated into Norwegian. So that's it for today's video, and I Would love it if you comment down below. Have you read this book? What did you think? I would love to hear your thoughts about the books. Also, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. That will give me a lot of support. And that is all for now, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, a jingle